some of the myths out there that I want to debunk as well. This is very important because many people sometimes being brainwashed by the market. They feel that everything is, very bad, recession is coming, we shouldn't take action. But I want you to know that these are some of the myths that you may heard and you may be also buying it. Okay, so there's this little voice telling you that, hey, you shouldn't be taking action because everyone else is also not taking action. Okay, so I want you to know that first myth is that, so only if I have more than 1.7 million budget for profile A, then I should take action, right? That means you must at least have 1.7 million to take action, is it? Okay, so I want you to let you know that that's not the case. Why? Because for budget sensitive first property buyer, if you have less than 1.3 million, my next question here is, do you have more than 1.1 million? If your answer is no, then of course one bedroom resale integrated development could still give you that win. Okay, and if your answer is yes, more than 1.1, okay, is it for homestay or is it just investment? Okay, and if it's just for investment, go back to ID because you don't need to pay so much. But if you are using it for homestay, then you want to make sure that you buy at least a 2-bedroom. And we have this so-called category called the 2-bedroom resale gem that we also help clients to purchase as well. Okay, so what if you have more than 1.3? Okay, we will then ask you, can you at least afford the 2-bedroom in new homes? Okay, if the answer is no, then go back, is it 1.1 or no? The same cycle. Okay, and then if it's yes, then can you buy something that's within the UT zone that has milestone, urban transformation milestone happening in the next 3 to 4 years? Because only if you do that, then you're gonna make money. Okay, so once we know these are your decision tree to take your next course of action, so you can do self-assessment here, then you know what to do. Okay, so let's talk about that 1-bedroom resale integrated development. All right, so filling the gap here, what if you only have 900 to 1.1 million? What can you do? Okay, your answer is no, do not have more than 1.1, then at least 900 to 1.1, right? Okay, so in this instance, these are typically smaller units, and by nature, these small units are less liquidable, so to speak, and investors who buy such unit usually have a lower budget and focus a lot on affordability, which is, to enter the market, and also rental yield, which is their main form of so-called investment returns. And then we talk about when affordability is key, integrated development actually fills in this tiny gap. Okay, and if you want to use 2 different integrated development as an example here, we're going to bring in Watertown and Woodleigh Residences that just TOP about 9 months ago. Okay, so with this, we see the rental yield is preserved. So average yield for all units type is 3.4. Small unit actually get 3.8, not too bad for Woodleigh Residences. For Watertown is 2.7 for all units. Small units actually get 4.2%. Pretty good. And when you talk about while still exhibiting strong resale demand and capital appreciation for 1-bedroom, and you must be thinking, KS, are you serious? So I just want to let you know that this is how annualized profit are working out for all unit types for Woodleigh Residences. The small ones are getting 4.64% per annum growth. Not too shabby for small units, right? Okay, and here for Watertown, we see all units at 1.9%, but small unit actually around 1.8% on annualized growth. So it's not too bad too. Okay, so with this, we then see how Watertown performed over the last 6 months. So Watertown is just across from Punggol MRT, and also they are part of the integrated development. Okay, so 992 units and double nine leasehold since 2011. Okay, so this is in Punggol, TOP in 2017. And if you look at the last 6 months rental yield analysis in the last 6 months, we see that the number of contract done in terms of rental demand, the smallest unit of 500 to 600 square feet actually have 48 transactions done. Okay, and in terms of rental, okay, and in terms of 600 and 700 square foot has about 19 rentals done. In terms of sales transaction, the smallest has 6, the 600 to 700 square foot has about 4, and the rest of the unit types are actually lesser. So they are also a lot more liquidable, so to speak. Okay, so in this context of the top 324 transactions that are profitable, we line them up in annualized gain sensitivity, and we see that these are the square foot we want to concentrate on. These are the ones that are within 700 square foot and smaller, or rather 603 square foot and smaller. Okay, they forms up at least about 35 to 40% on the first page of top growth sensitivity. Okay, so once you know this, we then go into, of course, 1.9% for all unit types. Small units actually get 1.8%. Then we move into Woodleigh Residences, which is something more current. Okay, and this is where it's located. Okay, integrated with the MRT train station. and the TOP was 2023 last year, 667 units development. So in the last 6 months, we see the smaller unit, or rather 2-bedroom and smaller, to see with 29 transactions in terms of the rental contract, sorry, and also the 600 and 700 square foot with 61 rental contracts, okay? And the number of transactions is 4 units for the 2-bedroom, okay? And rental yield wise are getting about 3.5 to 3.8. So in the profitable transaction, in the first page of annualized sensitivity with 25 units of them, the units that are smaller, we are talking about 2 bedrooms and smaller, we see almost a good 70% of the first page in terms of price growth. Okay, so once you know this, you then have a mindset shift right now. Okay, first thing, all units is for 5.3 small units.